Hey guys, I have another list of mods which you might want to add to your load order. They're going to be all mods which do not change the theme of Starfield but do enhance it. So I have a list. Some of them are going to be just cosmetic changes, others are going to be mechanical changes, and I do in fact have some that actually add content to the game. But even the ones that do add content to the game, they are lore friendly and they do not change the theme of Starfield. So we're not going to see any Star Wars mods or weird fan fictions going on here. This is all going to be stuff that does fit the theme of Starfield and fits it pretty darn well. So let's get started with our first mod. Our first mod is going to be show star names. Now what does this mod do? This mod in fact does exactly what it says. If you go to the map and you zoom out to the star level, it will display the star names without having to hold the button down. Now some players might not want this because it does make the map look cluttered, but in my opinion I think it's a lot more convenient to just display the star names constantly instead of me having to hold down a button to find that one star I'm looking for. This next mod is going to be Smarter Spacesuit Auto Hide. So here we're on Archimedes 5A. I could never get my spacesuit to auto hide on this system, even though it does have breathable atmosphere. It would never work, but I downloaded this mod, and guess what? My spacesuit in fact does auto hide appropriately. So this mod is an improvement over the baseline mechanic, which would work in like major cities, but a lot of times on these smaller moons and planets, it did not in fact work, and your suit would not auto hide. So this corrects that issue, and it's more of a cosmetic change. It doesn't really affect gameplay. This next mod is going to be Noel Outfit Replacer. So this replaces the outfit that Noel originally had in the game, and in my opinion it makes her a lot more interesting character. She was barely noticeable prior to the outfit change. Now she seems a lot more interesting in my opinion. I feel like the outfit change does improve this a lot. This is merely just a cosmetic change. It will not change any dialogue or anything like that, but it does make the character of Noel look substantially better than the baseline character. This next mod is going to be VGB Fed and Hydration Duration. So what this is going to do, if you're like me and you play with the survivability settings, you've noticed that her hydration and fed only last for a half hour, which is really unrealistic. What this does is it changes the duration for being fed and hydrated to actual realistic times. So this is going to replace those baseline 30-minute times to hydration is going to be 2 hours and being fed is going to be 4 hours. So for the gamer, this means if you do turn on these survivability settings, you're going to get a nice reminder on those long gaming streaks when you need to take a drink and when you need to eat, because it's going to be a realistic time frame. And as you can see there, the change went into place. It's 2 hours and 4 hours, and I think that's a lovely addition to the game. This next mod is going to be your personal space station. So located in the Tau Ceti system is going to be a space station which you yourself can possess as a home or base of operations. So let's go ahead and explore this and see what we can find inside. So like I said, this does add a little bit of content. You're not going to get enemies or anything like that to destroy, but you do get a new home that's within the game. And let's go ahead and take a look at it as we approach. So you have this nice star station in the Tau Ceti system here. And as soon as we dock with it, apparently it took me a while to get docked with it. Maybe I should have edited this part out. But there we go. We have docked with the star station. let's get in and check this place out and see what this is all about and what this star station does add. So let's go ahead and check out that first door on the right and just see what is in there.
Informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results.
I always enjoy that Vasco dialogue there. But as we come into here, this mission center, we notice that there are all the little service kiosks with all the little procedurally generated quests all in one room for you. So this is nice and convenient. It even has a bounty one there as well. And I will say, this thing I do like is it does not unlock the mission board until you've actually unlocked it yourself. So you're not going to gain access to do pirate quests while you're not in the while you're not part of the Crimson Fleet, which I think is a very good thing to do, because you know, I'm trying to avoid many cheats when I am downloading mods, and I would think that to be kind of a cheat. But let's check out this room here. It looks like a very nice office for the player to set up, and in fact you can actually look out of the star station itself, and I can see my Vista there docked at the star station. So I think that is a very nice touch on this star station. And as you can see, there are a ton of mannequins and there is a lot of item storage throughout this place. So this is what I would say is a very good home for the player that maybe you are not Bob the Builder and you are not into Outpost building. This is a place that you could set up home at. It's already kind of furnished for you. You do have tons of mannequins, tons of storage, and let's see what else is in here. So we have this upstairs room which looks furnished rather nicely. We do have some display cases there, and the bed looks a little bit messy, like it's been slept in, and that little samurai statue. But this is a very interesting player home. It is this. I will say this mod is free. This feels like probably shouldn't be free. Like, this is a lot of content to add to the game for free. So I would highly recommend this for any player that might not be into building outposts. This will kind of give you that home that is a little bit away from the major cities, and it looks like you have a ton of space in here. We even have that little cargo thing. We're going to check that out in a little bit and see how that functions. We'll check it out right now. So let's see here. So it looks like we can transfer from our personal inventory, but not our spaceship. So I'd say that's a little bit of a drawback, that we cannot access our spaceship inventory. But as we go in here, if you notice, that it looks like you have an infinite amount of mass that you can transfer to your personal star station. So you will not have any limiting factors on the amount of loot you can bring here. So those pack rats in the crowd, you're probably going to be very excited about this, and it's going to add you know, a lot of utility for you in being able to store an infinite amount of things. And as we can see, there's a lot of inaccessible doors. I think the mod creator is planning on doing expansions to this star station, or at least I see evidence of it. This next mod is going to be for all the Outpost builders out there. This is the ModularSeries Outpost Radius Extender. So what this does is it does exactly what it says. It extends the radius of your outpost. So we'll go ahead and check out this outpost I built. When I originally built this, it basically was everything was right at the edges of the radius, but as we can see, it doubles the radius in size. So I can move all my storage systems far away from my outpost, so it's not so cluttered. And this is something that I'm absolutely going to love, because I can pay a lot more to aesthetics and put the things that I think which might not be as aesthetically pleasing, like my storage system. I can kind of tuck it away and hide it so it's not as visible to everyone. But there you go. And the last mod we're going to be looking at is Sylv's POI Research Station. So this is a little bit of content. They're adding a unique point of interest. It looks like it's been entirely handcrafted. It's towards the South Pole of Jemison, and I will say this would be mainly geared for the new player, as the mobs within this point of interest are rather low level. So if you are just starting the game, this would be a nice addition to download and go ahead and play through. I did find a lot of good loot inside. I'm going to show a little bit of the gameplay from here, but I'm not going to show the interior. I'll let you know it does have a storyline, and I would say it's reminiscent of stumbling across like an abandoned shack in Skyrim. It's not a groundbreaking storyline, but it has a storyline. It's independent. It doesn't interfere with the game at all, but it seems to be in place with the style of Bethesda and how they do storytelling. So it's not going to really clash with the game at all. So I would say this is I wouldn't say a must download, but I'd say I would highly recommend any new players go ahead and download this and explore this point of interest. It does have a lot of good loot. I believe I said that already, and it has a pretty decent storyline as well, which is not going to change the theme of Starfield or interfere with any of the storylines currently going on within the game, which is a good thing. If you are still watching, I do appreciate you watching till the end, and like always, if you could give me a like and subscribe, I very much do appreciate them, and they help motivate me to make some more content. I am going to be probably producing some more mod videos, especially since there are tons and tons of mods coming out every day. The next mods I do wish to cover are going to be the Darkstar mods. This is going to be some longer videos, but I think they need a little bit more time to appropriately cover those. So probably in the next week or so, I will have a video come out that is going to cover the basics of the Darkstar mods and who would enjoy those mods and who should be downloading them. Also, if you have any mods you'd like me to review, please go ahead and mention in the comments, and I'll take a look at them, and I might go ahead and give them a review.